Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Alex and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you the best settings in OBS Studio for 1080p 60fps. Do not worry, the settings for 720p 60fps are going to be somewhat similar but a bit different, if that makes any sense. Okay, let's get straight to the point of this video. First of all, open OBS of course. You can access settings in two ways. You can access it in the bottom right corner by clicking settings, and you can access in the top left corner by clicking files and then settings. After you have opened settings, in the general and stream section, we do not need to change anything. You will need to go straight up to output. If you have first installed OBS and you do not know what to do, in the output mode by default it's going to be simple, and you will need to change it to advanced. As you can see, some settings right here are grayed out because I'm recording currently with OBS, as you can see right here, and I remember most of this stuff, so yeah, bear with me if I forget something. And as I said, you're gonna need to change it to advanced. And right here, if you want to stream, I recommend changing the encoder to your graphics card. It will give an option or AMD or NVIDIA. For NVIDIA, it will say NVIDIA NVENC, and for AMD, it will say AMD VCE. The X264, if you do not know what it is your CPU. If you stream with X264, it will use your CPU a lot and maybe lag your stream. But if you have a very high-end CPU, that will not be an issue for OBS. And right here in the bottom settings for streaming, if you want to copy the settings from my recording, I will show you in a little bit, and paste them to streaming. But I have to point out something: the CPU usage preset, as it says right here, higher equals to less CPU. That means if you have it to ultra fast, that means you will use like 5% of your CPU while you stream, but the quality is going to be pretty much trash. You can see something, but not really a lot. If you have a high-end CPU, I recommend put somewhere like medium or slow. If you have if you have an i9 processor, just choose slower or very slow. But if you have a medium CPU, I recommend putting to faster or very fast. And right now I'm gonna go straight up to recording. Right here in the first two options, we're not going to change anything. In the recording path, put it wherever you want. And here in the recording format, by default is going to be FLV, I'm pretty sure, and you will need to change it to MP4 in order to show all the settings right here. And in the encoder option, by default is going to be X264. As I said previously, it's your CPU. I recommend changing to NVIDIA NVENC H.264, so that while you record, your graphics card will be used more than your CPU, so that it gets the best quality possible. And in the Rescale Output, just change it to whatever resolution your monitor is. I have it currently to 1080p, so I have set it to 1080p. And here in the custom maxer, I'm pretty sure it's called like that, settings, we're not going to change anything. And here in the last section, it's the most important part. The rate control by default is going to be CBR, and right here the bitrate is the most important thing. If you have a low computer, I recommend putting this option from 1000 to 10,000, I think so. I do not really remember. If you have a low-end computer, for like a medium computer, I recommend putting it to 20,000 to 40,000, and for a very high-end computer, I recommend to 40,000 to 80,000. Do not overkill it. Do not put it like 200,000 because I do not think it's going to work. And yeah, that's it. And here in the next setting, keyframe interval, I have left it default, as it says seconds 0 equals auto. And right here in the preset, I'm pretty sure by default it's quality, but if you want the max and best quality in your video, just choose max quality. I have left it default. And in the profile, I'm pretty sure it's going to be by default main. Change it to high. And in the GPU, I have left it default 0 because I do not remember what it actually does, and I have not changed it. I think if you put a higher number like 3 or 2, it will use more your GPU. I'm not really sure. Do not, if you want, try it. And here in the max B frames, if you hear the siren outside, that's not my fault, it's the ambulance fault. And let's go back to the video. In the max B frames, the recommended numbers are 0 to 4. So if you put a higher number, this will give the best quality possible. I have put it to like in the medium, it's, as I said, it's 0 to 4, so I put it in the middle, 2. So I recommend putting it 2. If you're going to record like 4K video and you have very good CPU and graphics card, just put to 4. And after that, click apply and do not click OK. We're gonna go, nope, we haven't finished in this section. We're gonna go to audio. If you record your audio with OBS, I recommend changing the audio bitrate from 160 to 320, so that will get you the best quality from your mic. By default it's going to be 160, just change it to 320. If you record your audio with Audacity, as I'm currently doing right now, just let it default. And right after that, we're going to audio, and right here, if you do not know your sample rate of your mic, that's your microphone of course, you can really easily see it by going to control panel, hardware and sound right here, and then recording, double click on microphone, then go to advanced, and as you can see here, you will see 44,100 Hertz. I do not know why it's actually 48,000 Hertz, kilohertz, whatever it's called. I have to change it later. So like if you have 44,000 Hertz, just change it to what it has here. It has only 2 options. I'm pretty sure for high-end microphones it will have more options, but for mine it has only 2. And I will let it 48 for now. And right now in the desktop audio, just choose your speakers, and in the microphone just choose your microphone. This is useless, but we're going to video. And this it's not really important, but you have to change the FPS. That's the important part here. As I said previously, if your monitor is 1080p, change the option 1080p in the bass and output, and it will record 1080p your full monitor. And in the downscale filter, by default, I do not remember what it says here. I cannot change it because it says video output is currently active. By default it's going to be 16. Change it to 32. That will give the best sharpened scaling, as it says here, video. And here by default the FPS is going to be 30. Change that to 60. And in the hotkeys, just put whatever you want right here. And in the advanced, I have let everything, well, that's normal, I changed it by accident before. I have let everything default. I have not changed anything right here. If you know what you want to change, just change it. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everything it. And once you're finished, just click apply and OK. And as you can see right here at the bottom right corner, it says CPU. I'm using 15%, which is not really a lot. Back then, when I hadn't bought the graphics card, that was my CPU was being used 60%, I'm pretty sure, while I was recording. So yeah, it was a lot. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any video ideas, tell me in the comment section, because I'm running out of ideas. If you have any problems, tell me in the comment section, and I'll try to help you as much as possible. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. See ya.